I'd like to welcome each of you for being here. Everybody who's present is somebody who, in one way or another, either is a client or a friend or somebody who's been involved with respect to this project. And so each of you are very special to us, and we appreciate the opportunity to share this afternoon with you. We didn't plan to do it under a tent, but we adjusted very well, and I appreciate Kelly and the people who put all this together for us. We do have some officials who are here, and I'm going to recognize a few people, and then we're going to have a couple of remarks. First of all, let me recognize the mayor, Mayor Pam Ioria. And although he is not a current official, he will always be somebody special to us as our former law partner. Jim Davis, who is our congressman. We're delighted that Jim could be with us. I do want to thank Bill Fawcett, who's the Director of Development with the Florida Orchestra, and the musicians who played for us. That was just wonderful. We appreciate that. We're going to talk a little bit about our new neighbors, but certainly we were very delighted to have Judges Thomas Stringer and Stephen Northcutt from the 2nd District Court of Appeals who are here. We're looking forward to being able to talk about being the law firm that's next to the 2nd District Court of Appeals. We also have Judge Rick Nielsen is with us from the Circuit Judge. It's also always a special delight to talk about Judge Paul Huey, one of our former partners, who's a county judge. Talking about our new neighbors, I think one of the impressive aspects of this site is being able to reference that it's 1 block north of the Stetson Law School Tampa campus. And we had with us, and I think some of them are still here, but Deborah Brown, Frank Clem, and Stephanie Vaughn were here from Stetson. We wanted them specifically to be here because they really were the pioneers in a very strong way, for this area. So we appreciate them being here. Our other great neighbor is the Hillsborough County Bar Association, their new building, and Connie Pruitt is here, and I'd like to recognize Connie for being here. With Jack Rudy and other people, our firm has always had a very strong relationship with the Hillsborough County Bar, so we're glad to have them in the neighborhood as well. It's also nice to be coming to an area and being able to talk about having new neighbors. In this area, Lena Young Green, who is the current president of the Tampa Heights Neighborhood Association, and I'd like to recognize Lena. If you have any questions about what's happening in this area, just ask Lena and then start to listen, because she is so excited about the things that are happening in this area, and it was a great joy for me to get to meet her today, and we look forward to working with her with respect to this area. And there's a couple of people who are involved with the association who are also here. Ralph Schuler is here. I'd like to recognize Ralph. He was someone that was very instrumental in helping us catch a vision for what would be happening in this area. And so we appreciate his input as we were doing what lawyers call their due diligence on the area in learning more about it. We've been very fortunate to create a good working relationship with Darren Booth. Darren is heading up the A Better Place Group project, which is going to change the dynamics of this area in such a wonderful fashion. Darren, would you raise your hand? They have a wonderful vision for what they're doing. I've already asked him when his sales office is going to be opening up, because they're looking forward to that, and he'll be happy to talk to you about that after the discussion. We have a couple of other people that I did want to make mention of. Chris Burdick is here from the Tampa Downtown Partnership, and our law firm was one of the founding participants when the partnership was organized, and so we always felt very close, strong affiliation with them. And from our standpoint, this is all part of downtown Tampa, and so we're glad to have Chris here. Just not to belabor things, but one of the exciting aspects of doing something in Tampa is all of the wonderful professional people who are available to do things of a significant matter in our community. And I'd like to just recognize the people who are here that are part of our construction design team. Chris Bell, William Dobson, Linda Dunn, and Jim Fisher are here from RBK Architects, and they've just done a wonderful job, as you can tell. Would you all just be recognized? The person who had the vision for this site, and we sort of refer to him as the developer, is Jim Burt, and I saw him walking in, and some of us were wondering whether Jim would have a coat and tie on today, and I think I won the bets because I don't think he has one. John Sokol, who is our construction supervisor with Construction Advisors here, and we appreciate that. And being lawyers, the people that we don't want to go very far without giving them thanks is the people who are providing the construction financing for us. And we have William Arnold and Doug Tuttle of Mercantile Bank that are here. We appreciate that very much. I think we get a half a point off the rate because I mentioned you. As long as you don't say you have to consult with your lawyers, that's what we care about. We did not intend to have much of a program today, but I did want to have a couple of comments from Kim Sheeler from the Tampa Chamber of Commerce, because they're so involved in everything that's going on in our community, and we appreciate their involvement here. So Kim, would you come and share some things?
You bet, Jeff, and thank you. And you do have the toughest job of anybody in any organization in town. I know watching you try to herd a bunch of lawyers is really challenging and interesting, so you do a good job at it. This is really exciting and especially interesting for me. I was just sitting here thinking, 12 years ago last week I came to Tampa to run the United Way, and my offices were in the YMCA building over here. And having come here from Baltimore, I used to drive down the street over here and see the dolphins jumping in the river and look at the beautiful waterfront and think, what are we missing here? This just doesn't seem right. There's a great opportunity in a beautiful place and we're not taking advantage of it. And this is so exciting to see this happening. You guys, I know, took a big chance stepping out and being in front. You're going to look like geniuses. You already look like geniuses today, but 10 years from now, you're going to look even more brilliant. And congratulations to you for doing that. And huge congratulations and kudos to the mayor for her vision on what she's doing, because what's going to happen here is going to connect through the Riverwalk to downtown. It's going to make this such an exciting and vibrant place to be, and turn this into a really living and breathing and dynamic community that's going to be just so much fun to be a part of. And I know you're going to be thrilled to be in on the ground floor of that, Jeff. We couldn't be more excited from the chamber standpoint, seeing businesses in the community grow, get bigger, get stronger, and seeing the development take place and the growth and the enthusiasm and energy in the community is so important to us, and it's a big part of what we're all about. So we're thrilled. We're here to congratulate you and tell you that anything we can do to help in the process, we're happy to. And again, Mayor, congratulations to you on what you're doing to make all this come together.
Thank you. It was very special to us to have the mayor agree to come and provide some remarks. I think a lot of people in our community see her in a lot of different roles, but we've had the opportunity to catch some of the vision that she has for improving our neighborhoods and improving the downtown area. And so we very much appreciate the vision she has, and we'd like to have some remarks from her.
Well, good afternoon to everyone. And it is just a great event when we can start a new project, particularly one that will add vitality to an area that's already becoming someplace very special. The Heights project, which was approved this past year, as you know, will offer 2,000 residential units up here in the Heights area. The developers will build a mile of the Riverwalk and will do vast improvements to the Waterworks Park, making it truly a spectacular park in Tampa. And so this project really fits in beautifully with that kind of redevelopment that I truly think the Tampa Heights community is going to be known in another 10 years as the premier neighborhood in all of Tampa, because it not only is going to have a wonderful mixture of old housing and new housing, and the Heights is being developed as a new urbanism, but its access to the Riverwalk will allow people who live and work in the Heights to be able to stroll down the Riverwalk and, depending on your stamina, reach the Channel District. I mean, what other neighborhood has that kind of connectivity? It's fantastic. Now, this particular project was one of the very first that I dealt with when I first became mayor. I think I was only mayor for about a month or two when this project came under discussion for redevelopment. And it's gone quite a distance, and here we are today at the groundbreaking. As part of the development agreement, you're going to be improving this park and maintaining it for, I believe, 10 years. I think that's part of the agreement. If not, would you maintain it for 10 years? Now's the time to ask, huh?
As long as we're here, we'll help.
You'll help, all right, that's the deal. But it all fits in, and you know, I really have to say, this shows the cumulative effect of believing in an area, doesn't it? Under the previous administration, this investment was made in Stetson Law School. And because of Stetson being here, then the Bar Association, of course, we had the groundbreaking for that this past summer. And that provided some additional oomph to the whole area. Now we have the Heights project, we have this project. It's a domino effect. Success breeds success, and that's great. We want this, the new urbanism, it means that people can live and work in the same area. They're not so car dependent. So hopefully some of the attorneys will be living in the Heights. And this will be a place they can just walk to work. And then they can hit the bar next door. So it provides everything, even entertainment.
The legal bar.
The legal bar, right. There might be another bar around there too. And so I congratulate Bush Ross. You've always been a great citizen. Your firm does a lot of great work. Thank you for believing in Tampa, for making this investment. You won't be disappointed. This area of Tampa will continue to shine. Congratulations.
Thank you. I do want to thank everybody for being here. 25 years ago, we organized Bush Ross, and when we first chose our first building to own and occupy at 220 South Franklin Street, across the street was an old Salvation Army building. Today, across the street is the convention center. You know, the site that we're on now at 220, you know, will become a new building in the near future. You know, we feel like we've been very blessed to be pioneers in parts of downtown Tampa. Our law firm is committed to serving our clients and our community in Tampa, and we continue to look forward to another 25 years. So thank you very much for coming. I guess I want to take some pictures and shovels or whatever, but I'll do whatever Kelly tells me I'm supposed to do.